What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Super News Live Show. We are here on Wednesday, which means it's the video game day called the Arcade. And we're going to be playing another video game today. This one is called PUBG. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It is, it's a little indie game that not a lot of people might have seen. No, it's like the biggest game in the world right now, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I'm jumping out of a plane right now, and right next to me is somebody that you may or may not know. I don't know. Have you been on a show before, sir?
I haven't been on a Nick show before, but I've been on the Super News Live show.
Okay.
A time or two.
So this is really your first appearance
exactly.
on anything that matters.
Exactly.
Oh, shots fired.
I'm Jack. I'm from Social here at Super News. I'm going to be joining Nick here, and we're going to get ourselves a chicken dinner.
You like this? I could do a little. Oh, I missed it. You can do a little dab when you're in midair, like when you move to the side. And I don't know if that's intentional or not, but I appreciate it, I guess. So yeah, we're playing PUBG right here. Jack, have you played PUBG? I think you've had a game or two, right?
Yeah, I've played twice, and my first game, I was doing really well. I think I was in the top 40, and no one told me you can't jump out of a moving vehicle, in games or in real life, so...
Jack's just jumping out of cars all the time. It's really hard to go to lunch with him, actually.
I know. I'm like, oh, there's our stop.
PUBG is, as I mentioned, it's a 100-player battle royale game where the last person standing wins. We actually dropped into a town right now with no weapons or items. That's how it always starts. And we actually have somebody in here with us, although I don't know where they specifically are. So we're going to go try and hunt them down as quick as we can so that we don't have to deal with them later.
Do you normally jump into this town, or do you just go whenever you feel like it?
The plane that goes overhead will fly over different areas every time, so you can't really have like a single place that you always like to go. But you know, there's general areas that I like to go to. We're playing a match where I'm a single person against other squads, so that means that I want to be a little bit more tactical with my decisions. I can't go to like a big city or something, because obviously I'd be outnumbered. So I think the other guy here is just one other person. You know, I don't think it's a team.
Otherwise, they just abandon their teammate.
Uh-oh. We got shots? Can't tell. So the game is all about making sure that you are looking out for number one, I guess. You're trying to make sure that you are staying alive. So it's a lot of self-preservation over everything else, especially when you're by yourself, because when you go down, you go down. You lose all your items. You don't keep anything. People who have played Fortnite might be familiar with the concept. I'm going to take this coat just so I can be a little styling. Yeah, look at that.
That's like a Joker Comics coat.
A Joker Comics?
Yeah, he has that like blood red trench coat.
Oh, that's true. He does. So if you look at our screen right here, you can see there's a couple inventory things if you guys are interested. So you can attach all sorts of stuff to the weapons, compensators, scopes, quick draw mags, all that kind of stuff. Right now all we have is a shotgun, so it's not really going to be that important to like attach things to it, but you can see you have multiple primary weapons. So,
are you telling me a scope wouldn't be helpful on a shotgun?
Not today, probably. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. It depends on what kind of player you are, I guess.
I see your character is not wearing shoes. Why is that? Did she like lose them in the jump?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. No, so there's like an old wives' tale that I've heard where if you don't wear your shoes, then you will make less noise when you are in a house. So, you know, if I'm trying to, I guess like infiltrate, if I'm trying to search for stuff, I'm gonna take my shoes off so that I don't make any noise.
Nice.
Ooh, we got some guns here. Okay, taking that M16, switching this thing out. You can. A lot of this game is trying to. Actually, let's get rid of that stuff. It's trying to make sure you have the best loot that you can get. So, a lot of switching out items, a lot of like optimizing what's in your inventory. I actually don't have a backpack right now, so it's pretty important that I like am smart about what I pick up.
I feel like with shooters, shotguns are either very overpowered or not good at all. How are they in PUBG?
So there's kind of one of each in this game. There's a gun that shoots 2 shots in a clip, and it's really powerful, which I love. There's one that shoots like, it's like semi-auto shotgun, but it's really weak. And I also love that one because you can just shoot it really fast. But the one I just had has 5 shots, and they're all like not strong enough to be worthwhile, and they're also not weak enough to, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like the worst of both worlds kind of thing. So yeah, we got rid of that thing. You can see also there's sort of a play area that we have to be inside of. So we're going to try and make our way over to that eventually. Let's see if we can do that. If you guys are just joining the show, by the way, it is called PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, also known as PUBG. You might have heard it styled as that. It's a 100-player battle royale game where the last person standing wins. You're watching Nick right now playing the game, and I got Mr. Jack alongside of me. Say hi, Jack.
Hello, everyone.
What's one thing that you would want to add to PUBG based on what you've seen?
I don't know. I think maybe interplay with like water, like have jet skis as vehicles, or like because I know you can go across the bridge to the military zone, but like maybe more island play.
That's a good choice. I would have thought that. Oh God! Oh, see, it's easy to die in PUBG. Very quick. So that's it. Like when you play this game, if you die, you have to go back to the menu and you start over. There's nothing that you keep. You don't keep any of the items you picked up. You don't keep any of the costume pieces, any of the armor. So we're just going to go back into it.
I mean, you just gave that man that kill to make him feel better about himself.
Course. Yeah, obviously I would have killed him. Would have won.
We have hundreds of friends watching us right now. He needs some love. So.
Yeah, sure. I see a couple of people in the comments right now. We got Shars Poundamy in here. We got Tiona M. Foster, In Jail's Nick, nice name. Adriana Ortero is in here. Welcome, guys. We're playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Tiona M. Foster's having a problem with the video. I guess just keep trying to refresh your Facebook. You got to make sure you actually like close the Facebook app and reopen it if you're on phone, because it does like cache the video. I've seen that happen a few times. So keep an eye out. For that. We got booted from a server, Jack. They don't like us.
Oh wow, they're intimidated.
They noticed we're so good at the game that we might cause a problem.
I see you with perspective. You pick
first person over third person. Is there any reason behind that, or just preference?
So a lot of people prefer different ones. Obviously, third person you have more spatial awareness, and that's also the way the game launched. They didn't have first person servers at launch, but when you go into first person, it kind of makes the whole game feel more tactical, because if you think about it, like if I'm going up to this corner right here and I'm trying to look around it, like I have to actually look around it or lean, you know, you have a lean mechanic. But in third person, you could just stand here looking at the wall and you can see past the corner.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes the whole game a lot more camping focused, because someone could just lay down on a rooftop and see everything around them. If you're in third person. So some people prefer that, but I think first person is more fun.
Oh, is it is everyone tied to first person in this server? Like, are there different servers for different view modes, or can some people?
Yeah, no, everyone has to play first person if they're on this server. You basically choose out of the gate. Third person, you can get into first person to aim, but you can't play the whole game in it. So it is like a binary choice at the outset.
Oh, okay.
And we have something coming up, guys. I'm going to tease it a little bit. We actually have a halftime show with Marco and Lawrence, where they're going to be talking about some of their favorite fighting games. They might be showing down between Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, so get ready for that, guys. But it's not coming up yet. We're going to do a little bit of PUBG beforehand. Do I have people talking on here? We're going to say voice chat, camel.
Yeah.
Weird. I usually turn that off immediately. So, Jack, I'll let you pick. What do you think is a good area to go to? Just point to it on the screen.
I would say let's go to...
This is where the plane's going right now.
Let's say school. I mean, let's go back to school. Easter break is coming up. We need to finish our studies.
Jack doesn't know what he just did, but okay. Adriana Ortero is laughing already. Jamie Logan saying, I like Mortal Kombat. So I guess let us know, guys, whose characters do you think would win? That's what we're planning on doing, is sort of saying, like, if all the characters of Street Fighter fought all the characters of Mortal Kombat, who would be the victor? So make sure you send your choices in the comments section below. Deborah G. Brooks saying, hashtag here we go.
I'm not going to lie,
ready, guys.
Your feet look really awkward, like just in... Oh, no, I made a bad choice.
This is what you just chose.
I regret this decision.
So we're going to die in about 2 seconds, guys, but we'll see if we can go out in a blaze of glory. The idea when you go to school or any of the really populated areas is you want to make sure you get a gun as fast as you can. You can hear people already have guns right now. So good luck to us. Oh, great. We got a crossbow. Oh, no, we got Shoddy. Okay, Shoddy's pretty good. We'll try and use this thing. Got anybody around? Oh, a helmet. Okay.
Oh, nice. See? I'm making great decisions already.
Let's just chuck this thing somewhere. Let's see if we get a kill with that. If we do, somebody better be out there to clip it. Didn't get a
That would have been like pure MLG moment right there.
Yeah, that would have been. Oh!
Oh.
All right. Well,
Yep.
we got taken down with the M16. That's why you don't really go to school, especially when you're in a one-man squad game. Because if you think about it, other people are in a squad and we're only by ourselves. So there's not really a lot of safety net for us.
Yeah, I guess don't stay in school if you're.
Don't
by
stay in
yourself.
school if you're
Yeah.
playing PUBG. PUBG is the only school you need. The battlegrounds, the hard knock life, is how you live your life in this game.
Okay, so we're learning. We're learning where not to go, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Adriana saying Scorpion. Oh, Jamie Logan saying Raiden. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, definitely post your choices for who would win. I think Ryu, personally. I think Ryu would beat anybody.
I mean, he still struggles with Ken sometimes.
That's
'Cause
because
they're the perfect
badass
foil.
too. I
Yeah.
mean, you know. Ryu is, I feel like he's the Goku of the fighting game universe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's just like, he has a lot of latent power, and he does not harness all of it, and he can just keep pulling that out of his hat, you know? Like, at any time, he can just get more powerful if he wants to.
And he's in the greatest fighting game franchise of all time, Super Smash Bros.
Sure.
In Super Smash Bros, yeah, for Wii.
Fighting game.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Greatest. A lot of quotations happening here.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Meet me on Battlefield.
Like, I'm a really bad Street Fighter player, but I'm in the camp of people who is not really. I don't really consider Smash Brothers to be like a fighting game.
Okay, fair enough. I get it. You're fighting people and trying to kill them, but it's not a fighting game.
I mean, it's good. I'm just really bad at it, so
Okay, fair.
I get salty about it. But yeah, no, it probably is a fighting game. Oh, Tiana saying, I'm back. I don't know what was going on. Thank you for joining. Jamie Logan saying, true, but I think Sonya Blade can beat Chun-Li. Okay.
I mean, she does have a gun.
Chun-Li's got those thighs, though.
That's true.
She's just destroying everybody with those things.
So where are we headed to, Nick?
Where are we dropping, boys? We're going to this little spot right here. It's
Ooh.
my home away from home. No, I have no idea where we're going, but we're going to see what happens. I don't actually know if we can get there. But the nice thing in this game is, like, you can actually look at the landmarks and sort of tell where you're going. So you can see that it's this thing right above my character right there, just by looking at the roads. So that's going to be pretty important. We do have the Twitch is going right now, so if you guys are in the Super News Live Twitch, which is Super News Live TV on Twitch, or you can join on the Now Loading Twitch, which is hosting it. It's called Now Loading on Twitch. You can join on those streams, and I'll be answering questions from there too. James is in there, a loyal Twitch viewer on Now Loading as well. So thank you for joining, James.
Fantastic.
What do you have to say to James, Jack?
I appreciate the support. I'm sure he could beat me in this game.
Okay. I don't know that James has played this game. Let me know if you have. Asher is saying, Power Station! Oh, okay, we could take requests in the future. That'd be fun.
Jamie saying Kung Lao could beat Ryu, which, I mean, Kung Lao becomes a dragon, but Ryu means dragon, so...
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. Learn something new every day, I guess. He does have a Dragon Punch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? This all makes sense now.
Also, if, as an Overwatch fan, you know that both Hanzo and Genji say Ryu at the start of their ultimates.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ryu take it da da da. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that, exactly.
That's exactly what he says, actually. They voice recorded that thing I just said and put it in the game. Okay, so we're just grabbing a bunch of things right now. All I currently have is a smoke grenade. Not the best thing to have.
You know, smoking kills, so...
Yeah, it's actually putting tobacco smoke into a room and then locking them there for 30 to 40 years.
Yeah. It's a slow death, but no one enjoys.
Nobody, yeah. So yeah, we're on actually a map that you guys may not recognize if you're a PUBG player on console. This is, I forget what they call it, but it's the desert map. So it's the second map they added to the game. It's still not out on the 360 version, but it is on the PC. So you can get a bit of a early look if you're a 360, what am I talking about? An Xbox One player. It's pretty good. It's a lot more open. You're gonna have sort of like more instances, I guess, of walking around without finding anybody, but the vehicles are more plentiful, so they kind of balance it out that way. Yeah, let's switch this baby. You can see that certain guns have different fire modes as well. So if we have the M16 right here, we can set this on single or burst fire. And since I do not tend to hit accurately, I set it to burst fire so that I may have a better chance of hitting somebody.
I'd be right there with you. I will say, in the 2 games that I played of PUBG, I did not get a single kill.
Okay.
And in the first game, I killed myself by jumping out of a car, and in the second game, someone ran me over with a dune buggy. So vehicles just don't.
They don't match up well with you.
No.
Okay. Ooh, Omni Asher saying burst is only good at close range. I would agree. I mean, I know that it should be better at close range, but I actually use burst fire all the time. I use it at like stupidly long ranges. So I don't know. I just feel more confident when I'm using burst fire. You know, I feel like I'm myself. I only feel alive when I'm burst firing.
So those airplanes, they drop care packages, right?
Yeah, so that it must have dropped one somewhere, or maybe it's still waiting to do it, but usually they'll drop something on the map and then that becomes a huge targeted area. I almost never go for them if I'm in a solo game because you're just painting a target on your head when you do that.
Yeah.
But the biggest issue with the care packages is if they drop it near where you're trying to play the game. So like if I'm camped out in like a building here and they drop it near that area, now everyone's going to end up at my building.
Yeah.
So it kind of causes problems sometimes.
And then what are the giant red circles when you look at the map?
Oh, so if you're looking at the map, there's the red circle shows up every once in a while where basically after that appears, a few seconds later, they'll start dropping bombs randomly within the circle. So it's kind of, they call it the red zone. It's kind of just like an area that they're trying to like mix it up. You know, if you're hanging out in one area, they don't want you to be completely confident that you'll be okay. The same thing with the bigger circle-related thing in PUBG is this white circle here. This is the only area you'll be allowed to be in after about 2 minutes in the game because they are constantly making the play area smaller so that you're kind of forced into smaller and smaller scenarios, and obviously that then causes you to get in a fight eventually so that one player emerges. That's the really interesting thing about PUBG is like most multiplayer games, you think about them having a time limit. You know, if you're playing like Team Deathmatch or something, or any mode, like you never see a multiplayer game that doesn't have a time limit because what if it drags on? But in PUBG, the map will physically just be so small that there's no way the game could last for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty interesting, like the design, sort of like the purity of design with that.
Now, is each shrinking of the zone time-based or amount of kills based?
Each shrinking of the zone is time-based.
Time-based.
So it is, in a sense, a timer, but there's no like, you know, overarching timer on the screen at all times.
Yeah.
Tiana's saying, boom, boom! My favorite animal song. How did you know? All right, we're going to get rid of some of our dead weight here. Unfortunately, I can't get rid of myself, but we're going to take away the smoke grenade, take away the sniper rifle mag, and now we got very few M16 shots, which makes me scared, but we do have a nice SMG here with a suppressor, so if we get into a close quarters fight, they won't know who's shooting at them, even though I'll be right next to them and they'll clearly know where I am.
I think suppressors also make you invisible.
Of course, yeah, so we are good to go. If you're just tuning in, the game is PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, it's also called. It is a 100-player battle royale game where the last person standing wins. Me and Jack here are trying to be the last person standing. We're at number 54 right now. And we'll see what happens, guys. Make sure you share this video if you like what you see. Tag a friend. We are actually doing one of our new shows here on Super News Live called The Arcade. As you can see on your screen, we put it all in an arcade cabinet. But we do this every Wednesday. So Super News Live show we are doing every day at 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. It's all different depending on the day of the week you're watching. But if you're tuning in on Wednesdays, you can see The Arcade, so make sure you join for these if you want to see what's up in the world of video games. Jack, what have you learned from the Super News Arcade so far on your episode of the show?
I've learned that I'm terrible at picking landing sites for PUBG.
Also, I'm terrible at executing on the things in the landing site.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm learning from a master and would be well on my way to a top 10, if not top 1 finish in PUBG on my very next playthrough.
Exactly. So. Yeah, that's a money-back guarantee right there. I am the greatest PUBG player that has ever lived.
You are actually PlayerUnknown.
Yeah, I am unknown. I'm so unknown that everyone knows me. And they all know where I am, and they all shoot me. So we're still looking for items. You can never have too many items, but basically what you want is to be set up with enough ammo to survive, and then also enough med kits so that when you eventually get near the end of the game, you can sort of be, worry-free mostly. You don't want to be in a scenario where you're at the end of the match, you're getting, you take a couple bullets because somebody, shoots you from some hill somewhere, and then you don't have anything to heal with. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the match, you don't want to worry about scavenging at all. So we're pretty good on guns. We have pretty good scopes, but we don't have a lot of ammo for our guns. So that's going to be our main focus right now.
Okay.
Diego's saying no duo. This is a duo right here.
Exactly.
But it is a solo squads match that we're playing. I feel like it's harder to communicate what the game is about if we're all chatting in a duo game. But don't worry, on Now Loading, we'll be doing more duos stuff, so take a look there. Okay, we got a couple of different ammo types. There's all different kinds of guns, and they take different kinds of ammo, so you got to be careful with what you're picking up.
So why did you pick one-man squad instead of solo?
Okay, so just to reverse there a little bit, PUBG is a 100-player battle royale game, and what you can choose out of the gate is a solo game, which means obviously everybody's by themselves. You can pick a squad game, which means that everybody's in a squad up to 4 players, or you can pick one-man squad, which means I am one man, but I'm up against squads, and obviously that makes the game a little bit harder. I'm kind of stacking the deck against myself, as one might think, but it actually makes it a lot more entertaining because if you think about it, if everybody's by themselves, that means that if you go down, you're dead. You're not going to have another player to pick you back up like you do in squads. So when you're playing a solo match, everybody's very reserved. They just sit in the back, behind a door when you walk in the house and then shoot you with a shotgun. And I think that's kind of BS. I'm not a big fan of that play style. So squads is more alive, I guess. If you're walking through a town in solos, if you think about it, nobody in that town really knows where anyone else is. They haven't obviously searched all the houses, so they don't want to give their position away. So then if you walk through a town in solos, no one's going to shoot at you because they don't want to tell everyone else where they are. But if you walk through a town in squads, everyone's shooting at you, and you can kind of get into more fights, I guess. So it's more entertaining, I think.
Great.
But even with that consideration, you can see that we're not running into players very often, and that's clearly by design in PUBG. It's supposed to be a different cadence from any other shooter that you've played, which a lot of people on our shows have a hard time grasping, but I think it's probably the coolest thing about this game, is that it completely reinvented the shooter genre.
It's also much more tension building versus let's say Call of Duty, you just run out, if you die, you run back and you're fine. But this one, it's when are you finally going to see that person?
Yeah, as you get farther into the game, it exponentially ratchets up the tension because you have the nagging feeling I know that someone's going to be encountering me soon. When will this happen?
It's almost interesting. The less people there are, the more you feel like you're about to run into someone.
Exactly, yeah. And that's all thanks to the really, really tight... Oh, crap. Whoops. Hopefully no one heard that because it's silenced. I don't know why my controls got all reset. That's probably also why the chat was back on. But yeah, that's all thanks to the really tight design of the way that those play area things work. The timing of that and the way that they make the walls move all the time is super, super smart.
I see, at least in this game, you're trying to be ahead of the wall moving in. Is that a typical strategy for you? So that you're not running into the area once the walls shrink, I guess?
Be ahead of the walls? Yeah, I mean, because, so if you're always chasing the wall, then a lot of people, their entire gameplay style is meant to target those kind of people. So if you can imagine, somebody who is pressed for time, if I
there's
need...
a man. There's a guy.
Oh, crap, you are totally right. Wow, I got killed. See, that's why I need you, though, Jack. That's why I need you. All right, so we'll play one more match, and then we'll go into the halftime, I think. But yeah, if you're always chasing the wall, obviously, by necessity, you're just going to keep running, and you're going to be a lot less, I guess, you're not going to pay attention as much. Kind of exactly what I was just doing right there. So yeah, you want to make sure that you're ahead of the game and you're actually, you know, out in front of it.
Okay.
Jamie's saying halftime show is going to be fun to be a part of. Yeah, get excited, guys. Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter. It'll be a good time.
We definitely want to hear your answers. We have, I think, an 8-man tournament bracket. Going to pick the Ultimate Fighting Game champion. So it's going to be fun.
Different from Ultimate Fighter, though. That's
Correct.
a totally different thing. But you can pay to watch both of them live. Also, you can pay to watch me punch this guy in the face.
Does he look like Idris Elba?
A little bit, yeah. I'm Lufa. Lufa. That's my Idris Elba. You got an Idris Elba in your
No, I'm not even going to touch that.
Lufa. That's my only Idris Elba.
I don't know why I'd probably go with Idris Elba on The Office before he was big. Like, yes, I know how a woman react around me.
Oh,
but that
I don't
was
know
a good
that I
edit.
got that far on The Office.
Oh yeah, that's like season 6-ish, around there.
Okay, yeah, I definitely didn't get that far. Hunter Brenner saying he pressed F to pay his respects. Thank you, Hunter Brenner. Saying R.I.P. Yeah, that was a ridiculous and embarrassing death right there. Usually I'm not looking at the map so often, but I'm helping you guys. I'm trying to teach you about the game.
Exactly.
You're welcome, everybody. If you're just tuning in, the game is PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It's a 100-player battle royale game where the last person standing wins. We're trying to be that last person on today's show. We actually started in a match with only 89 players, so we might have a better shot at actually pulling it off this time.
So Nick, we got Sarah, also known as Cat Queen here, saying what's up.
Sarah? Hello. Sarah joins on a lot of shows. We actually encourage a lot of people on the Now Loading streams to come up with their own intro phrase. So Sarah has Cat Queen. We also have a few people. Anybody else who's joining in there, make sure you say your catchphrases, because we'd love to hear them. What would your opening catchphrase be, Jack?
I think it would
As a
just
comment.
be catchphrase, but like a magician, like catchphrase.
With jazz hands.
Exactly.
Put us a jazz hands emoji or something.
It'd be very meta.
I love it. I really love it. If you guys don't know, I am Nick. You might have seen me on a lot of Now Loading shows, but you, of course, can see me every Wednesday on Super News Live. And this guy right here is what? What's your name?
My name's Jack. I work with social here at Super News Live. That was weird.
Yeah. Game's still pretty glitchy, guys.
But still fun.
So you work with social. What does that mean?
It means that every time you see a status on Facebook, there's a 50-50 chance that I wrote it. So
What?
if you hate the status, you can blame me.
Blame the other person who writes
Oh
it.
yeah, exactly. Definitely not me.
Yeah, of course the bad ones are never Jack.
No, I only write good things.
So, okay, we got a couple of guns right off the bat here. This is actually the better shotgun. You can see it's the two-shotty. I call this the bye-bye maker because you point it at somebody, you want to make them go bye-bye, and they do.
That makes sense. I don't understand why the game developers didn't name it that as well.
Yeah, it's actually the technical term. If you look in the manual for this gun, it actually says bye-bye maker. So.
Oh, okay. That was my mistake. I'm new at this. I didn't know.
Liliana Heredia is in here. Ashley Shakespeare saying Power Grid. Oh, damn, I forgot to go to Power Grid. Sorry. Oh, wait, we can still go. We're very close to it.
Tiona is wondering if you played mobile PUBG.
I have not, but it is out on mobile now, apparently. I don't know how to feel about it because, so mobile PUBG looks really good. They did a good job translating it, but apparently they added bots to it. So your first matches, you're likely to, actually it's guaranteed that you will be fighting against mostly bots, and then they kind of ease you out of the bot matches as you go in, which debatably, this game could have used that just to teach people how to go, but there's something in me, you know what I mean, that makes me want to say, like, PUBG should be hard to get into. You know what I mean? Like, it's the grizzled old sailor in me that says, like, no, like, it has to be extremely unapproachable.
No, I feel that. It makes you learn the game a lot faster if it's hard. Like, I will never...
it's like a trial by fire.
I'll never jump out of a moving car again.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. That's a mistake you only make once.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, let's get rid of some of the stuff we don't need here. 7.62. Probably don't need 2 hollow sights. All right, let's keep going. We don't have any long-range weapons, so if we get in a fight, we'll see what happens.
I think you'll just punch a guy in the face and you'll
Sure.
be fine.
Yeah. Liliana Heredia saying, what's your thoughts on Knives Out? I've never played it, actually. People talk about it. They say it's pretty good. I think that's another mobile game, right? I'm not really a big mobile game player, personally. I just got into the Fortnite mobile beta, and it runs really well. It's extremely smooth. I appreciate what they did to translate the controls, but I just can't, guys. whenever I die, every time I die in Fortnite mobile so far is because of the controls. Like I get the jump on a guy, I'm shooting at him, and like it doesn't fire because like the way that you tap you have to like double tap the screen to make it fire, and it becomes like this weird thing where I'm fighting the controls rather than actually fighting my inability to play Fortnite properly, like I usually am. So I don't know. It's cool. Like I would love for any of these to be good, but I would probably have to like get one of those controller add-ons that you can get for your phone. You know, like a Bluetooth controller.
Now I hear you talking about Fortnite. It seems like a lot of people only pick PUBG or Fortnite, and there's a big fight between the two.
Yeah.
Why do you play both, Nick?
Why do I play both? I mean, I definitely wear it on my sleeve, especially on my Fortnite streams, that like PUBG is my game, I guess. I think they're both great. I'm not one of those people who like hates the other one, like a Sega versus Nintendo thing. But yeah, I definitely have my like preference. So PUBG is obviously, it's a lot more like shooter tactical, where if you get into a firefight in an open field, you have to either shoot better or die.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing to do. So you just have to make sure you're never in that situation. In Fortnite, it's about building. It's about sort of like this other mechanic that is not related to shooting or like first-person shooter skill. And for me, that's not really what I'm interested in being good at. But a lot of people beg to differ, and I've seen a lot of amazing Fortnite players. So you know, to each their own, I suppose.
I find it very interesting that Fortnite didn't start as a battle royale shooter.
Yeah.
And then they kind of pivoted once PUBG really blew up, and they had their own battle royale mechanic. And
yeah, totally.
The fact that it's super successful, I think it's really great for developers like willing to kind of change to get with the times.
And it's a good moment for them to do that, because Epic had that game Paragon a little while ago. You remember that game?
Yeah, a little
Nobody
bit.
remembers that game. It actually just went, not only is it getting taken offline, but they actually just uploaded all of the assets to anyone who wants to use the Unreal Engine to make stuff. So like it's way scuttled. Yeah. And it's cool because that game was obviously something where they did not change. Like they just said like, oh, this is our game, and if it's not working, I guess that's it. We lost. But Fortnite, they worked on that for like 7 years or something, and obviously to like imagine, you know what I mean? Like imagine having that, and then having to change it and saying like, oh, this thing that we worked on for so long is not working. But the fact that they were able to pull that off is really cool. And obviously the original mode's still in there, and it's really good. They call it Save the World mode now. But obviously I like the building a lot better in that mode, because as a tower defense game, it makes more sense.
Yeah, it's designed that way. Steven says he also plays PUBG. Hoping you get a chicken dinner soon, Steven.
Yeah.
Hoping we get a chicken dinner soon.
Oh, yeah, I'm hoping that too. So yeah, I mean, I guess I've gotten like one chicken dinner on a stream, but I hope to get another one on this one right here. Yeah, it's pretty rare to get chicken dinner, especially because I almost always play solo. So it's kind of like, the odds are very much stacked.
Yeah. I mean, you could almost say there's like a 1 in 100 chance.
Almost, yeah. Oh, Tiona's asking about mobile PUBG. I did answer that, but my answer is I have not played it. But I am hoping that they'll at least make it a little bit more... battery is low on this walkie. Maybe the thing was saying the battery's low on the other walkie. That's why both of these went dead.
Maybe.
Steven's saying, awesome, I also love PUBG. Yeah, it's an awesome game. I think that anybody who's interested in playing it should pick it up. If you have an Xbox One, if you have a PC, definitely give PUBG a look. It's $30, so obviously a somewhat discount price. Always worth checking out for that.
Sarah, we're both not playing. I'm just watching, learning from the master over here, so that I can be prepared for my PUBG games in the future.
OmniAsh is saying, do you ever duo with followers? I'll get you a chicken dinner. Appreciate it. We don't have the infrastructure yet to do duos with followers or any matches with followers, but I do sometimes play squad matches with people, with my friends on streams. And we're hoping to implement some stuff where we could do like waiting rooms. That's all going to be on Now Loading, which I guess is worth a plug. Now Loading is our sister channel where we do video game live streams every single day. So if you like PUBG or if you like any of the games we play on the Super News Live Arcade, then make sure you check out Now Loading, which you can see on Facebook or on Twitch. doing live streams all the time. We actually have a now loading stream coming up later today at 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific time for Sea of Thieves, which is an open world multiplayer pirate game. Game's awesome. Jack saw a bit of that.
Yeah, it was really good. And it just launched within last week, right?
Yeah, it just launched like 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah.
Or yesterday, I guess. Yeah, that game's great. We're also giving away a copy of Sea of Thieves, I guess, is worth mentioning as well. If you want to enter our giveaway contest for that, all you gotta do is follow Now Loading's Twitch channel. You can see it, I guess, I don't know, just search Now Loading on Twitch. Tiana says you have to have an Xbox Live Gold membership to play it. Well, that's true. I guess all multiplayer games require that, so it's not really unique to PUBG. But yeah, if you want to play PUBG online, which is the only way to play it, then you have to have a gold membership on Xbox or, oh, I guess it's not on PS4. But if it was, you would have to have a PlayStation whatever Pro Plus.
Yeah.
Plus.
Also gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll try and be a little bit more observant this time. Maybe actually try to get a chicken dinner. We literally have an M16 with no bullets in it, so we have to.
That's just to scare away people.
Yeah, you just use it as a warding device.
Mm-hmm. You're like, I could shoot you if I wanted to, but I'm not.
Yeah, through the kindness of my heart. Okay, let's go inwards. Now, since we have a, you know, we'll go here. Since we have, hey, buddy. Oh, I don't have any. Let's run. Let's use this warding device to its best potential.
It was a zoning grenade.
Yeah. Actually, we should take a painkiller. If we don't die first. Oh, we got a guy coming.
Yeah, hopefully he
knows where I am?
Yeah. Bring the fight to us.
I'm not sure where he ended up. Or the other guy. Not keeping a lot of tabs on the people that we're looking at here. Nope. Everybody's shooting at us. We don't really, we're like cattle. We just take what they give us. All right, let's see where the guy is here. Hope he's not in this house because I'm gonna burst through the window. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, I guess because the wall was coming up, he didn't attack us. So we're still pretty good. We have a painkiller, which will restore our health over time. Also, it's kind of a guarantee that we won't get attacked by that guy. So I think he probably stole that truck. That was probably what he was doing there. But we're not too far away, so we may or may not die from the wall. But I guess we'll see, guys. PUBG is the game, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. What is it, Jack?
Especially if he's waiting for us to now run towards the wall.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. Like that's a total strategy in this game is to wait for people. Like if you know the wall has to move, or you know people have to get through it, then you're gonna camp out at the edge of the wall. PUBG is a 100-player battle royale game where the last person standing wins. We're trying to be that last person. Not doing super well right now, but we will give it our best shot. If you like what you see, make sure you tune in every Wednesday on Super News Live. That's our channel. We do live shows every single day at 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. So tune in for the Wednesday show, which is the Super News Live Arcade. I show off a cool new game every single week. You guys get to watch it. Sometimes you win stuff, sometimes you don't. But you always, hopefully, get entertained.
I think it's always a win when you're here, Nick.
Oh, Jack's such a nice guy. Also, we are losing health faster than we gain it. Because I guess the wall is getting more lethal now.
Yes, as walls do.
Walls, yeah, of course. I mean, if you run at a wall really fast, it'll be lethal. Sarah says, my best in Fortnite is 3rd place, but I never won Battle Royale yet before. It definitely gets a lot tougher as you get there. Once you're in the top, like, 5, also, there's a lot of just luck involved, you know? Like, sometimes you just can't get a win because the gods of Fortnite don't want you to get a win. So, always... I guess just keep going. You'll eventually get there. Speaking of keep going, I gotta keep going.
Yeah. And we're already on the next wall, too.
Yeah, well, the next wall's fine. We got 2 minutes to get to that.
That's true.
We'll worry about that when we have to worry about that. Bill's saying, I think you took your car. Yeah, that's clearly what he wanted there. I wasn't paying attention to how close the wall was when he shot at us, but I should have known. We can see it. It's within sight right now. The only thing is that we don't want to get the next wall coming at us because that one's going to be even more damaging than this one is. So it's pretty important to make sure that you don't get caught outside the wall nearer to the end of the game, I guess. So let's just sit at the edge of the wall, heal ourselves, and then prepare for the next battle. Also, we're pretty far along in the game. We're at number 39 without any good guns. All we have is a Uzi right now, and it's not really a great thing to have. So we're gonna bandage ourselves a little bit. We're gonna take some energy drinks, and then we're just gonna start running. Whew!
Sounds like a typical Friday night. Just bandage up, energy drink, and just run.
Yep. Every night for me, actually. All right, let's take an energy drink, and then we'll go.
Does energy drink also do a speed boost at all, or?
No speed boost, but if you look above our health bar, there just became a little yellow bar with pips on it. That it's what you call a boost item. So basically the difference is there are health packs and bandages in this game which will heal you to a certain point. Like a health pack will get you to 75%, but you can't heal with that over 75. Bandages can't heal you above something even lower than that. Boost items will heal you over time, and they don't have a limit.
Okay.
So like you basically want to take one if you assume you're going to get into a firefight, or if you think you're going to get hit by the wall, because obviously you don't want to have to deal with healing, which doing a thing where you sit there for like 5 straight seconds and have no defense.
Yeah.
It's better to be able to heal over time. Count again. I don't have walkie, by the way. I think his walkie died because both of these walkies had low battery signals.
Okay.
So you got to give me another walkie too.
All right, Jack, can you help me with this? Publishing tools. I just haven't scheduled a live video.
There's a. Let's see.
You're not live right now, right?
No.
Okay. Come on.
Live.
Live. We're back on.
Okay, awesome.
What's up, everybody? We're playing more PUBG here. Once again, you're on the Super News Live daily show called The Arcade. We're playing PUBG, which is a 100-player battle royale game. Last person standing wins. We're at number 26 right now, so we're nearing the last quarter of the game. You got Nick on the controls, and I'm joined by my lovely assistant, Jack Sullivan.
I'm here to distract him.
Well, you actually pointed out a guy that I should have seen. So you are like basically my spotter.
There we go.
In PUBG. Jack is my PUBG spotter.
We're doing one-man squad, but really it's still a squad.
It's a two-man squad. We're cheating right now. This is what hacks look like actually in PUBG when you play it. I'm going to show this menu once again so you guys can see what our loadout is. We got a couple of items. We have a bulletproof vest, which is always going to be important to pick up. We have a gas mask, which does almost nothing. And then we have a couple of guns. We have a M16, which has absolutely no ammo in it, and then a micro Uzi. So having only a micro Uzi is not my favorite thing in the world. I'm just gonna say that, Jack.
I understand that. I mean, I actually used to be that guy that would dual wield Uzis in like Call of Duty and think that I was like so good.
Did it work?
It worked when you played against bad players.
Oh, okay. That's all you gotta do then. All I gotta do is find some bad players in PUBG and I'll be good.
I'm sure
it's a flawless plan.
I'm sure the other 25 players that are in the game are bad.
Of course. Actually, as the number gets lower, that means they're worse.
Yeah, because they gang up on the better players.
Yeah, you know what? Yes. See? Jack's got all the answers here. Also, one of the things in PUBG is you can switch your seat because like it's made to be played in squads. So sometimes you'll walk over to a car and you will just get in the passenger seat and you won't go anywhere. It sucks.
Well, that's better that they have the mechanic that you can switch rather than being stuck, like getting out of the car and then getting back in. Like
that's true. Yeah, it's nice that you can switch in the car, but it would be nice if there was no one in the car, that the first player getting in was just the driver. I feel like there's no reason they couldn't do that. Some of the mechanics in PUBG feel like they're meant to mess with players. Like the thing that killed you in your first ever match of the game, which is if you are in motion almost at all. If you're in motion at all, you will die if you get out of your car.
Also, guys, sorry for the break in the stream. It's raining like crazy here in LA, so we had some technical difficulties, but we're back.
Yeah, you got to expect that with stuff like that. We had it on our Gaijin episode on Now Loading as well. Thank you, everybody, for who has stuck with the stream, though. Anybody else who is coming in right now. The game is PUBG. You may or may not have seen it on the show earlier, but I'll tell you once again. Oh, crap.
Oh.
Did I just get hit by the wall? Yes, I did. It's a 100-player battle royale game where the last person standing wins. It's okay. We're gonna get to
really
the wall
close
here. It is at number 23 right now, so we're actually pretty close to the ending of the game. That means we're more likely to run into players, more likely to die. So send your hearts if you're pulling for us to win, guys. Don't forget to share this video or tag a friend if you like what you're seeing. This is the Super News Live Arcade. We do this every Wednesday at 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific time on Super News Live, where I show you the coolest new game of the week, and I am joined by one of our lovely Super News Live staff members. Today is Jack.
Hello, everyone.
Video game aficionado, several times Overwatch League attendee, and all-around great guy.
Oh, love me some owl.
Some owl. I like that that's the actual, is that the actual, like, thing? Oh,
Yeah.
Look at that. There's a guy.
Yeah, there we go. Good eye.
But all we got is a micro Uzi, so we got it really close to him. Oh, he's looking the other way! Hold up, if I mess this up, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot! I'm an idiot!
God. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine.
I'm an idiot!
Oh, no.
All right, well, guys, I died. I ran out of bullets in my clip.
Yeah.
Well, someone could have won in that scenario. I'm gonna say anyone could have won in that scenario, except me. Did you notice, though, I actually hit his frying pan. That's the thing in PUBG. If you have a frying pan, it'll block you from the back. So that guy got saved, literally got saved by the frying pan.
Wow. That's...
Yeah, I should have gone for headshots, but I was shooting center mass.
Yeah, I mean, you were just getting cocky there, I think.
Yeah. Super News Live is even making fun of me. What's up with that? They said, OMG, he just died, RIP. Thanks a lot, Super News. Guys, the game's PUBG. It's available now for Xbox One and PC for $30 US.
Ooh,
it's
steal.
an amazing game. It is a steal, and it's still in early access, so you might see some glitches, like the fact that I just died right there. No, there are glitches in it, but it's $30, and it's basically the biggest game in the world right now, so you should pick it up. Thank you to Jack, who joined on the first half of the show. Jack's gonna be leaving for the second half.
Sadly.
But he'll always stay right here in our hearts. We're gonna head over to the halftime right now, but before we do that, I wanna ask you, Jack, out of 75 Nicolas Cages, what would you rate PUBG?
I would give it a solid 72. 71. We died four.
Okay,
we died 4 times.
You can't get too, you know, hyperbolic about it. 71 sounds more.
I mean, does this game have the ability to steal the Declaration of Independence?
Actually, yes, it does.
Oh my. Okay, well, 72.
72. Good. So
1776 then.
My recommendation, and more importantly, it has Jack's Nicolas Cage-based recommendation.
Yes.
Now we're gonna head over to the halftime show where Marco and Lawrence have a really cool argument brewing. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting to get your opinions in there. It's Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. Let's go over to them. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Ready to go. Just be like this.
3,
2.
Oh, bit of the.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Super News Halftime Show. It's already in the description, and I bet you are wondering exactly what we are talking about. Tell them, Law.
We're gonna fight.
That's exactly what we're gonna do.
Not me and him, but
Yeah.
the people on the board are gonna fight. That's right. We have characters from Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Just a couple characters that we chose, narrowed it down to some of our favorites, and we're gonna talk about which ones would win in a real fight on the street.
Like if you were to see them in real life, who would actually win in a fight? A lot of people, you know, it's March Madness, there's a lot of different brackets going around, but it's Super News, and this is the only bracket that matters. We don't have a cool name like March Madness quite yet.
We don't.
We were playing around with 2 ideas though.
Workshopping, what was the first one? Mortal Fighter.
Mortal Fighter.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's a different type of movie, I guess, or a different type of tournament than we think.
Yeah, it makes me think of like a bunch of Johnny Cages just smacking each other around for an hour.
Yeah.
Not as fun as our second option.
Which is Street Kombat, everybody.
With a K.
With a K.
With a K.
So you can see it. In the streets, they're actually fighting, and that is exactly what's going to go down. And of course, if you at home are watching along, make sure to get your votes in. We're going to be talking about Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and our sort of memories around it. And of course, it's prefacing what we have tomorrow.
What's tomorrow, Marco?
Which is another Super News Live show, which we are going to be playing both Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat.
Both of them.
With Leo, who is an amazing cosplayer, and Dante Bosco, who is Rufio. So we are going all the way back in the day. But right now, we're going to talk about our memories. What are your memories of the fighting games right here? Which one did you play more, Law? Are you Street Fighter? You Mortal Kombat? What team are you on?
For a while, my Game Boy, I never took out my Street Fighter 2 cartridge. When I had the SNES, I never took out my Street Fighter. That was my game.
That was your game?
Of the two. I played a lot of Mortal Kombat, mostly in arcades.
Yeah.
But I played a lot of Street Fighter 2.
I have to say I am on team. If I'm going in my 90s body, like I somehow transported myself into that timeline in my life, I have to say I am team Mortal Kombat.
What?
One of the very few games where you gotta do extremely rated R things.
It's very
You gotta like
naughty.
cut people's heads off. You gotta uppercut people and their bones shatter.
You could even punch someone in their nether regions.
Yeah, exactly. I
was some
think
real
that
stuff.
was probably the first time I saw a video game Blood.
Yeah, no, it was
And
nasty.
it was really cool. And I want to say that was my childhood, I guess. Very gory.
Yeah, just
Very
a bunch
gory.
of turmoil and pain.
Yes. All right, everybody. And once again, make sure to get your votes in. Let us know who you think would win in a real fight. Are you ready?
Yes.
We're going to start with our left and our right. We're going to start off with the Mortal Kombat
Mortal
side.
Kombat! Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. I can't do the rest right now.
Hypest song ever.
It is.
It makes me want to do like 100 burpees. Like I could.
Can we
I'm
cue
not
it
gonna
up?
do it right now. but
Someone
I'm just
cue
saying.
up the song. It's burpee time.
If you want to see me do burpees,
No.
play that song. I am there. If it plays in a club, I will do 100 burpees. Bumping into people, spilling drinks everywhere.
Fun fact, look for Marco
Look
in the
for
club.
Marco in the club.
Have that ready on your
And shout out
iPhone.
to
You're
the
good to go.
shout out to the DJ who decided to play the Mortal Kombat song
That's great.
in the club.
All
All right.
Who do we have?
We're starting off with Boom, the man who controlled thunder. I actually feel like I knew this form of thunder before Thor.
Yeah.
Shout out to Raiden.
AKA God of Thunder.
Yes.
From the Mortal Kombat universe.
And of course, the person who has the face of the entire franchise, Liu Kang, everybody.
You may remember him with a wonderful mullet from the movie.
Yeah.
Back in the
A very
90s.
interesting thing. So optic-wise, I would say Raiden looks a lot more intimidating.
Yeah,
Like
he
if
really
I were to
does.
see and walk down the street and I saw a guy rocking a rice hat,
Just walking down.
and wearing like a
sparking.
sort of like
Just like, what's
just
up?
sparking. He's an intimidating dude.
He is. He doesn't have any pupils. We're pointing that out because people with no pupils are very intense
Yes.
to look at in the eyes.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's surrounded by thunder and lightning
Yeah.
constantly. So I mean,
I'm thinking that's a thing. But of course, you have Liu Kang.
yeah,
One thing that he knows how to do is defy physics.
that is true.
In real life, he'd be able to defy physics because he can do that bicycle kick, which I thought was actually a real thing in real life when I was a kid and I watched the movie. And you find out really quickly that you could probably do maybe
How many
like
times did you try?
like one kick in the air. I would do it a lot on my bed though.
Yeah,
I was a
just
smart
like,
kid.
"Bah, bah, 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 bah."
Yeah, I was a smart kid. I knew like you gotta do baby steps to increase your skills into doing a million bicycle kicks.
But then we have to ask the big question. Would bicycle kicks really stand up to lightning and thunder coming at you at the speed of lightning? Like,
That's true. I feel like, yeah, if he were to come at you, you'd get shocked. What do people at home think? Liu Kang, Raiden, who is winning
we
this
already
real
have
life
Tony
fight?
Bauer saying Raiden.
Tony Bauer saying Raiden.
What's your vote?
What is my vote? I'm personally going to have to go with Raiden. I know Liu Kang. He has fireballs, though.
He does have
have
fireballs.
fireballs. So if he wanted to keep his distance, he could keep his distance. But I think lightning has a presence.
Yeah, he's like always charged up, I feel like.
Yeah.
So he's like always ready to go.
What team? What do you think? What do you think?
I'm gonna go Raiden too. He just
going
looks,
Team Raiden?
Yeah, if you look at them next to each other, he just looks more powerful. Plus, like, Liu Kang, you're great. You're really cool. You're an inspiration to all of us Asians. However, next to the God of Thunder, I don't have a lot of faith.
It's probably not going to happen. I see Liu Kang dying by completely turning into ash.
Ash.
Because he has zapped all the way until oblivion.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. He's too powerful. Super OP in this battle. Let's move on to the Street Fighter
R.I.P.
side.
Liu Kang.
Rip. Bye.
Yeah. There it is.
Bye.
All over his face.
Yes, all over his face. Now we're on the Street Fighter, our first matchup
There it is. The first matchup.
is our All-American hero, aka Jean-Claude Van Damme, Guile from
Guile.
Street Fighter, and then my favorite, Chun-Li.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I want to shout out to these two people because in terms of hairstyles, when I was a kid, I really wanted to rock that high top with a super flat cut.
Super flat.
I don't know how I could have achieved that, nor do I have blonde hair, but I thought that was really cool. And secondly, with Chun-Li, that's my present day because if I really wanted to take down my long hair, I could rock those two buns on my head.
I was gonna say, you could do the Chun-Li
I could
now.
do the Chun-Li right now.
Maybe I could do the Guile.
You could do it would be real life Chun-Li Guile.
We'll figure
in
it
this
out
world.
for the next halftime that you see us on. I'll spike it up.
But who do you think would win in a real fight? Guile has his sonic booms, which in reality would just be like real life tornadoes, I guess. Like I don't know if that would be a really cool thing. He has his flash kicks.
Yeah.
But he is army trained. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
I just think Guile's kind of a lame character.
Oh,
I've never really been into
Lawrence,
Guile.
Hot take.
Super hot take. His
He is
costume is
crapping
lazy.
on all of you Guile players out
He
there.
just
If you
took
play
off
Guile,
his jacket and he was like, I have a tank top and then you look at my American flag. But Chun-Li, she's fast, she's thick,
she had them
and
thunder
she's powerful.
thighs, dude.
She's
She
got
had them
those
thunder thighs.
THICC.
Thick.
Chun-Li.
Thick.
So I would go with her. Also, she's got those dope ass buns. I'm a big fanboy for Chun-Li.
That's true. I mean, she could have the distance game. She could throw those fireballs. She did that upside down twirling kick, which somehow also happened to defy physics.
Yeah.
I feel like in street combat, there's no science.
There's no science.
Being able to just throw fireballs out of thin air seems to be a reality in this.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's gonna happen. Okay, here we go. Tony Bauer, again, he's saying Guile.
We're going Guile.
What do you think, though?
I would think if it was a real life fight, I think Chun-Li could do like a million kicks.
Yeah.
I would say Guile dies by death by a million kicks to the hair.
To the hair.
Which has all of his powers.
Ruins his day.
And it almost cuts it down like a lawnmower.
It's almost as if she kicks just like right in the center and almost makes it like more of like a
like a
part.
middle part.
And like the middle part is just there's just no power left in there.
That's true.
So I mean,
Chun-Li winning by haircut. That is what
but you know
have on the board.
We have Dawn and Adriana also agreeing with us with Chun-Li. Chun-Li is advancing because I said so.
All right, everybody, we're getting on to the next debate.
Okay.
And once again, everybody, get your votes in. Let us know in the comment section. We'll shout you out. Let us know if you're Team Mortal Kombat, Team Street Fighter, or you play both of them.
Yeah. Now, this one is classic. We're looking at our favorite color swap ninjas from the Mortal Kombat series. We have Sub-Zero versus Scorpion right here. Tell us who you think would win between these guys, because these are classic, very powerful characters, both of them.
Yeah. I just want to say something really quickly. In the movie, Scorpion, super badass. In the game, he has probably the coolest catchphrase, "Get over here."
Get over here.
I don't even know what that was. It's like it looked like something on a rope.
It was like a Shoryuken on a rope.
Yeah. And then he just like reeled you in. And as soon as he reeled you in, my go-to move after that was the uppercut. Always the uppercut. It's like super stylish.
He's not asking, he's telling you.
Yeah,
he's not asking. He's telling. Get over here.
He's letting us know. Yeah,
he's not
asking you. He's not please.
Get over here, please.
Yeah.
Although I would like to see that.
He's telling you to get over here. You get captured by that. There's like this move. There's this animation where they just look like their soul is being taken. They're going.
Yeah. Just like,
You feel them like being taken.
Yeah.
Let's get a close up of that.
Yeah. You guys want to see that like right here, like.
Yeah, oh, that was good. That was pretty good.
I felt it in my chest, everybody.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh.
So
nice.
that's called the get over here. If you do that in the club, you get a free drink because people know exactly what you're doing.
Wow, you have a lot of club
references.
Knowledge.
A lot of club
knowledge.
references. I've been to a lot of clubs and they all like Mortal Kombat, I guess.
Now, he also has no pupils. Let's just also keep in mind that y'all are crazy with no pupils, but. I'm gonna give it to my boy Sub-Zero.
Ooh, why do you say Sub-Zero?
One, he's blue. And like as a kid, I would choose him inherently just because he's blue. Also, I would do the same variation. It wasn't a get over here uppercut. It was a freeze. Run over, uppercut. And it was always really
I just
easy.
want to shout out to like when you were a kid, the one thing that you liked about why you chose a character, you're like, I just like the color. Like it had like nothing to do with the actual character. You're like, I just like blue over yellow. Like and at that time, that was the most sound judgment ever.
Now,
Luigi Green.
Luigi Green.
Mario Red. Like Mario you chose which one you like by the color.
I chose Toad in Mario Kart because I had similar hair. It was very mushroom.
You were into that. You were into that. All right. So who is winning?
I don't know. Here's the thing that we didn't mention. Scorpion's a straight up demon, y'all.
That's true.
He takes off his face and it's just a skull. He breathes fire. He can like summon fire from the depths. But then there's Sub-Zero. He can rip your spine out after freezing.
I think you were saying it before, like if he was throwing that thing and you froze that.
The thing.
You broke it.
Yeah.
I think Scorpion only has one of those daggers to throw. You know what I mean?
He only has the one rope.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Like, oh man, I missed. He's got to reel it back in.
Reel it back in.
It's like, you wait there, Sub-Zero.
I think that Sub-Zero probably has by far the coolest powers. He can create frozen miniatures of himself.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
Is pretty awesome.
He can clone himself. I forgot about that.
There it is. So what do you think?
I'm gonna say Sub-Zero because I'm biased, but in the comments we're seeing Scorpion a couple times. So what do we got in our studio
we got
here?
Some studio. Okay, what do you think? Dave?
I'm going Sub-Zero.
Oh, we got Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero is advancing.
Sub-Zero is advancing to the next Street Combat round, everybody.
Now we should go to this last round of this Street Fighter so we can get to like the big
We're getting there. We're getting there.
We're getting there. All right. What do we have here?
We have Ryu,
main
man in all of Street Fighter, and of course we have one of his enemies, Bison. Who do you have at home winning this particular fight in real life?
Yeah.
Lawrence.
M. Bison is huge. He's just a big dude.
He's
scary. Also, no pupils here.
There's a lot of people with no pupils. Commenting.
It's a theme. Like they're you know. Oh, you didn't make it, but M. Bison is big and intimidating. But I choose Ryu because he's the hero of the franchise.
Yes.
He's well trained, and I just feel like even if he saw M. Bison, he'd be like, I ain't scared.
I just want to give Ryu, I feel like his Hadouken.
Yeah.
By far is probably the most popular catchphrase in all of fighting games.
Most popular fireball.
Everybody knows that move.
Yeah.
You see the D-pad, zoom into this D-pad right here. You're going this way, that way, and a punch button. You are getting a fireball. Everybody knows that movement. Everybody knows quarter circle forward is a fireball. That is a fact of life.
Yeah.
Along with knowing that you have to pay your taxes. Yeah. That's also another fact of life. I could spew out more if you'd like me to. I have tons of them.
Freddie A. Smith is saying that Ryu takes that one without a doubt. Adriana Otero is also saying Ryu, but then a bunch of poop emojis, so I don't know if you actually like him or not.
Yeah.
That's
we
confusing.
shall see. M. Bison's cool. He has a lot of energy. He has this whole thing. He goes straight through you.
That's pretty cool.
Which is really crazy, because if that would have happened to me in real life, like, I'd be two different Marcos.
But you know what? He's flawed. He's flawed because he thinks something as simple as a bison dollar will work in today's economy. And that alone shows that he doesn't have the mental strength to take on someone so confident and powerful like Ryu.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ryu on the basis of the fact, almost in a similar childhood way where you chose your color. I'm gonna go with Ryu because he rocks a bandana.
Yeah, he also has.
He always has, you know, he has that thing.
We're just gonna go ahead and.
I rock that thing. Yeah, we're
just gonna go ahead and take our little hero and move him over.
Boom, boom, boom. We have
Final
eliminated 4 people, everybody. We are now to the next matchup, everybody. We're gonna go to the Mortal Kombat side.
All right.
We're going Team Raiden, Team Sub-Zero. All right, Law, what do you think?
This one pains me a little bit.
This one's a hard one.
Because I love Sub-Zero. He's my favorite Mortal Kombat character, I think. Best like move set of moves. But if this was real life, I don't know if he'd be quick enough to deal with someone like Raiden.
That's true. If Raiden moves as quickly as lightning,
Yeah.
that's pretty crazy. But my thing is, like, if I was frozen, I would just create a clone of myself, because there's a move that he jumps out of his shell like a reptile, like out of his skin.
That's true.
And then like it leaves a frozen shell, and if you touch a frozen shell, you freeze.
You freeze
So
yourself.
he could create millions of fake Sub-Zeros, and then like they touch it, they freeze. That's where I'm going.
Now, we also need to talk about how powerful his ice powers can be. Can he freeze moisture around in the air, like in Avatar: The Last Airbender? Or X-Men? Bobby Drake can do those things?
True. I think it's that strong.
Yeah, I mean, what are we seeing?
What are we saying, everybody? Get your votes and let us know. Raiden, Sub-Zero, what team are you on?
Freddie A. Smith makes a good point. He's a god, so you kind of have to give it to Raiden. We have Nikki Money saying Raiden, period.
Ooh.
And then Joe Rayena is saying Sub-Zero over Raiden. What is your vote?
That is interesting. You made a good point, and the people at home have made a good point. Raiden seems to be overpowered. He just seems to be way too strong.
He's OP, and he's got that like straw hat on.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta have confidence in yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
To rock that every day.
that's a cool style. In terms of cool points, I give it to Sub-Zero. I mean, cool points, you get it?
Because of ice.
Because like ice.
Because of ice.
You know
it's
what I'm
like
saying?
freezing is cold.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to say that.
I get it.
But I think I'm going to have to give it to my boy Raiden. What do you think?
I think we're going to have to advance Raiden, because we've just gotten a bunch of votes
Raiden.
For
Ooh.
Nikki Money does have a good point. Lightning can quickly melt ice with a quick zap, because it's heat, it's energy. And that's a good point.
All right. That's exactly how he's going to die.
Straw Hat Raiden, you move on, buddy.
Boom. You are done.
He's melted.
He's melted.
Because he was like on fire because of the
because of the lightning. That's exactly what happened.
That's what happened.
In real life, we saw it.
All right. Now we got two classic characters from the Street Fighter universe, Chun-Li versus Poster-Boy Ryu. This one's pretty...
This one's a tough one.
This one's tough for me because I love them both.
Yeah.
I main both of them.
They each have somewhat equivalent moves.
Yeah.
We have Ryu with of course this spinning kick.
Yeah.
The one...
Say his spinning kick.
Tatsubajabaja. There it is, everybody. I know Hadouken now.
Yeah.
I know Shoryuken.
No, it's
the kicking one is I'm a little bit lost by that. But she has her own spinning kick, which is pretty dope.
It is cool. She's upside down. It's like a helicopter.
And she has her own version of the fireball.
That's true.
Which is a bit slower, though.
The
yeah, she has the super fast kicks. If you are at home, get your votes in. Let us know what you think. I'm going to be honest with you. If I got uppercutted, his uppercut has to be cooler than the uppercuts from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
He jumps.
Yeah.
He jumps into it.
Yeah,
he jumps into his thing.
He's in it for the long haul. He's like, I don't really care if I break your neck.
Yeah. He jumps into it, and man, if he missed, you're pretty vulnerable if you really think about it. But
that's true.
I'm gonna go all Ryu all the time.
All Ryu all the time. Now Chun-Li is super fast.
That's true.
And I just don't think she can overpower Ryu.
Yeah.
He's got those fireballs. He's got fiery lots of things.
Yes.
He can make stronger Hadoukens. I think we got to advance the Poster Boy.
All right.
So that we can get to the real battle, the final battle.
We are basically getting into right now two of the most popular characters.
Yeah.
In both of these universes.
Very iconic.
We have Ryu, Raiden, both ours, surprisingly.
Yeah.
In the final battle, let us know who you think would win in this fight. This is actually the actual Street Combat, because we have finally advanced all Street Fighter, all Mortal Kombat. Let us know who you would think. Who do you have?
In the final battle?
Yo, because Ryu could super up, man. He's kind of crazy.
He could super up, but he's still
human?
A human who has trained his body to peak physical performance, and he still can fail.
Yeah.
This dude's a god, and it's really hard to overlook that now.
I'm gonna have to say Raiden over Ryu.
Okay.
Primarily because I feel like Ryu would just uppercut you, and then you just be knocked out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you can eventually get back up. I feel like Raiden, in R-rated fashion, would I don't think you'd exist anymore. He'd shock you until you burn, and then he'd clean up the dust.
Yep.
And then like,
And just like,
and then I don't know,
dust
throw
yourself.
it, throw it in a trash can. I don't know. Yeah, blow it into the wind. That is what would happen. That is
just all over.
That's the fatality.
Yeah.
Of Raiden to Ryu. What are you thinking?
I'm also gonna go with Raiden because if Sub-Zero can lose to Raiden, Ryu. Here's the thing about Mortal Kombat characters: all of them need to fight to the death.
That's true.
It's to the death. Street Fighter, it's like, oh, I'm gonna beat you up. You're gonna take a nap for a little bit, but you can come back and enter the tournament again. These fools straight up die. I'm gonna go with Raiden because he has a taste of blood.
Whoa.
Oh,
let's put him up here, everybody. Right here, Raiden.
Ba-ba-dam. That is our take. It looks like we have some people agreeing with us. Adriana, Nikki, Tony. Oh no, Tony said Ryu. But everyone else, Freddie A. Smith does make a good point. Raiden would just be too fast.
All right, everybody. Once again, thank you all for tuning in to our halftime. And of course, we're going to get back to some awesome gaming.
PUBG.
To Nick, we will see if he finally gets that chicken dinner. I hope he does.
Yeah.
Because he's been very hungry for a long time.
And we're gonna need our energy tomorrow, so because we have nostalgia filter, and we need to be talking about Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter all day tomorrow at noon.
Yes, that's right. All right, let's cut it back to Nick with more PUBG, and I will get finished.
Yes. Oh. So you can.
Hi, everybody.
I mean, that's that.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the second half of the show. I am now joined by just me, no more Jack. And we're gonna play a little bit more PUBG. So anybody who doesn't know, the game is PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. You can see the name of the game on screen right there. It's a 100-player battle royale game where the last person standing wins. You can also stand in the middle of a giant field and punch these people who are just standing still and they flop around. It's pretty great. We have shown a lot of the show on Now Loading and on Super News, and it's a super popular game. So this is kind of like my jam right now. PUBG is a really cool game. You're gonna see why as we continue going, but one of the main reasons why it's cool is just because you can keep doing exactly what I'm doing right now. So we're in a first-person server at the moment. That means that everyone is limited to the first-person perspective. They can only see from the eyes of their character. So everybody's kind of got the same handicap, I guess. It's sort of nice. You can see that we have apparently 101 players on this server. I've never seen that before, but I guess we'll be fighting an extra person today. And if you don't know, the show is called the Super News Live Arcade. We actually do this every Wednesday on Super News Live. Each weekday we have a different focus for the show, but every Wednesday you can count on the Super News Live Arcade happening, where we show the coolest video games. And you guys get to tune in every Wednesday at 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. So make sure you come back for more. And if you want to see some of our daily live streams, Super News actually has a video game focused sister channel called Now Loading, where we do video game live streams every single day. So you can actually like that as well if you're interested in, sort of zeroing in on more video game stuff. Okay, so we can see the town we're dropping for right here. Every PUBG match always starts in a plane, and then you drop out to whatever location you want to be in. Jack Sullivan is in the comments section saying, "I'm gone, but hopefully not forgotten." We should have like a little ghost Jack that appears on the right side of the screen, like Obi-Wan Kenobi or something, just to guide me through the match. If you recall, on the previous half of the show, Jack actually pointed out the guys that I should have seen. So Jack is actually a very important part of my PUBG life. I feel like if me and Jack are put together, we make one great PUBG player. So we'll have to have Jack back on a future show. Guys, make sure you send hearts for Jack in the comments section. And ooh, we got a S12K right off the bat. So that's my one of my favorite kinds of shotguns, I guess. This is the semi-auto shotgun. So this will shoot as fast as you can pull the trigger. Obviously, it's a little bit weaker for that reason, but at least, you can get a lot of shots off. If you're not very accurate, it's a bad shooter's best friend because you can just keep firing. All right, let's see. We don't have enough space for the foregrip, so we're just going to take more AK ammo. So we also got an AK-47, which obviously is very good to have. We're back on here with PUBG. I am Nick. You may have seen me on many of our shows here on Super News Live. But if not, you may recognize me from Now Loading, the sister channel, where I do a lot of the daily streams on there. So if you don't know me, I guess now you do. Welcome to the show. Oh, we can't use a flash hider, but we can use a police vest. So once again, guys, the deal in PUBG is that you really need to be scavenging for items as often as you possibly can. You want to get all sorts of stuff. You need backpacks, you need helmets, armor pieces, guns, obviously, because you start with nothing. So it's really every game you need to drop in, find the stuff you need, and sort of carve out a little spot for yourself in the map. Let me know if you guys got it right, by the way, well, I guess not right, but if your choice was represented in the Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat Throwdown. That was a really good time having Marco and Lawrence in there. Thank you to Marco and Lawrence for doing the halftime show and for making it such an amazing time. That was a really fun feature. I hope we can do more stuff with that whiteboard and all kinds of brackets and stuff. That was a really cool thing to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now we're back to a little bit of the old PUBG, playing the game solo. So again, I'm kind of without the helping hand of Jack, but I will do my best. So we're gonna head upwards, onwards and upwards, up towards the map. This is actually the map that the game originally launched with. You can see because everything's green. In the other map, it's all desert, so everything's brown. And I think I prefer this original map, not just because it's the one I have obviously more experience with, because I was playing it back when this was the only map, but I think that it's a tighter map. I think you get into more interesting combat scenarios here, and we'll see if we can pull off a win. This is my one that I'm, familiar with, so I'll give it a shot. We got 71 people left, guys. If you're pulling for me to win on today's show, make sure you send some hearts, make sure you send some likes, make sure you share the video. I need all the support I can get, honestly. All right, let's take the 12 gauge ammo if we can. We're gonna try and find some better firearms here. Let's see what we can do. Oh, we got a UMP. Okay, so we'll take that. We'll take this. We'll take this. That's good. All right, we can get rid of the, not 7.62, we can get rid of the 12 gauge. And good. We can put a 4X scope on our AK. Now we're cooking with gas, guys. We got a UMP. We're gonna use this as our close range gun. We can put it on auto fire. This thing also takes 9mm ammo, so you can use it instead of a pistol. I appreciate that. Oh, baby. Okay, we got 66 left, guys. We're gonna see how far we can get here on PUBG today. This is sort of the bonus round of the show because the episode earlier with Jack was, I guess, the lion's share of the time. But we'll see if we can get a win in the post-show, and I know Jack will appreciate it if we get him a win. We're gonna earn Jack a win on this last part of the show. So if you're just tuning in, because I know some of you guys are filtering back into the show now, the game is PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It is a 100-player battle royale game where the last person standing wins. If you're hoping for me to be that last person standing, make sure you send some hearts, first of all, or share the video, tag a friend, just spread that love. All right, looks like we're about to get into a firefight here. So you have to lead people, like in Battlefield or a lot of games you might recognize. Also, just like in a real firing scenario, I guess. Uh-oh, we got lots of shooters here. All right, a lot of people shooting at me. Damn. Oh, man. All right, so we created a pretty lousy scenario for ourselves right there. And I think that's going to do it to close out the show, guys. That was a bit of a short episode, but the episode's running long anyway. So you can see a lot of times you might get into a fight, but especially in a one-man squad match, you got to expect that if you're shooting at somebody, they might have some friends who will shoot back at you. So in the future, I probably should have just maybe hung back a little bit and gotten closer to them before we engaged. But that's going to do it for today's episode. Once again, the game is PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It's just about the biggest game in the world right now, along with Fortnite, the other Battle Royale game out at the moment. You can get this game for $30 on PC. You can also get it on Xbox One, which they just released, if you're a console player. So definitely pick it up. It's highly recommended from me. I've played about 100 hours of it at this point, and I don't really show any signs of stopping. So if you want to play what the voice of Nick is playing, then you can play PUBG. Guys, if you want to see this show when it happens every week, the show is called Super News Live Arcade. It's part of our weekly programming here at Super News Live. We go live every day at 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, covering everything from video games, movies, TV, comic books, everything you guys like in the world, or at least in the world of pop culture. So make sure you give the Super News Live Arcade a look, which is our Wednesday offering at, once again, 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Give that a look, guys. Mark your calendars, and don't forget to give Super News Live a like on Facebook. If you want to see the video game offerings that we do as well, we have a daily video game show on our sister channel called Now Loading. So every day at 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific time after the Super News Live show, Now Loading goes live with video games. So if you are more specifically a video game fan, then you don't have to wait till Wednesdays. You can actually see Now Loading every single day, including weekends. So give Now Loading a follow on Facebook or Twitch. You can probably see it linked on the Super News Live page. If you want to see more of me, The Voice of Nick is my personal page on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. You can follow that as well if you're interested. And guys, I think that's going to do it. Tune in next Wednesday to find out what we're doing on the Super News Live Arcade. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.